Welcome to Gadabout United and to the third player in the United Legends in 5 Minutes series. What do you call a player who has been at your club man and boy for 27 years, is a one-club man, holds a record number of appearances by more than 200 matches, has won 34 trophies with the team and countless individual honours? The answer is a legend, or more precisely, Ryan Giggs. A traditional left winger reminiscent of the days of Sir Stanley Matthews, Giggs terrified fullbacks for a generation before moving back into the centre of midfield, in a career that spanned 24 consecutive seasons. Playing only for United, his native Wales and occasionally the GB Olympic team, Giggs exemplifies club loyalty, creativity, pace and acceleration, longevity and being a true winner. The boy wonder, or later on the Welsh wizard after drawing comparisons to United legend Billy Meredith, Giggs scored 168 goals and made 264 assists in 963 appearances in his time at Old Trafford. Giggs is also joint 7th with Joe Spence on United's all-time scorers list. So where do we begin? Well, Giggs was born in Cardiff on the 29th of November 1973 as Ryan Joseph Wilson, and soon moved with his family to the Manchester area due to his father, Danny Wilson, joining professional rugby league club Swinton. The young Ryan soon caught the eye of Manchester scouts, but it was the blue half of Manchester who were first out the gates, signing the 11-year-old Wilson to schoolboy forms. However, Fergie was tipped off by an Old Trafford steward to Wilson. The boss sent a scout down, and after a trial with United, the Welsh youngster signed schoolboy forms for the Red Devils in early '87. At the age of 16, his parents separated, which eventually led him to changing his surname, now known as Ryan Giggs. He signed his first professional contract 2 days after his 17th birthday. Giggs made his professional debut versus Everton at Old Trafford on the 2nd of March '91 in a 2-0 defeat. The boy wonder was soon hailed as the latest new George Best, but in comparison to some of the pretenders before him, Giggs, with his slight build but with flair and abundance, looked like the real thing from the start. At the beginning, Giggsy had to beat off competition for that coveted number 11 shirt on the left wing from the likes of Danny Wallace and especially Lee Sharp. It took him until the 91-92 season before he was a regular. Even with growing first-team commitments, Giggs was still very active in the United youth side, famously being part of the Class of '92 FA Youth Cup winning side, which brought to the fore the talents of Scholes, Butt, Beckham, the Neville brothers and a slew of other players. Despite bursting onto the scene with 7 goals in 51 appearances that season, Giggs' only reward were a League Cup Winners' Medal and the PFA Young Player of the Year award. However, the 92-93 season was the first of the Premier League era and the first league title in 26 years for United, with Giggs playing a central role. The Welshman's sublime skills soon made him the first choice left winger for the Reds, and he kept that number 11 shirt when the squad numbers were assigned a year later. With the talisman that is Eric Cantona, as well as being part of a squad teeming with confidence and real quality, Giggs became a superstar, in a side that won 7 league titles in 9 seasons, including 2 doubles, and the crown glory of a treble and Champions League triumph in '99. Statistically, Giggs' best season was the first double season of 93-94 with his 17 goals in 58 games. However, it was that 98-99 treble winning season where his personal brilliance changed the course of United's destiny. Within a week, Giggs had rescued a draw at Old Trafford in the Champions League semi-final first leg versus Juventus, giving the Reds just enough to travel to Turin with something to play for. The boys eventually won that away leg and made the final. A week later, his famous mazy run against title rivals Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final replay led to one of the greatest FA Cup goals, winning the game 2-1. It looked like destiny was on the cards. Giggs' goals in the face of adversity gave United renewed hope and determination in a season that could have seen them end up with nothing. In the end, they took it all back to Old Trafford. The Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, a feat not matched in England before or since. In 2002, with Dennis Irwin's departure, Giggs became United's current longest-serving player. With the success Ryan Giggs enjoyed, he was offered a 5-year contract in April 2001, which would take him to the age of 32. One of the great things about Giggs, and others like Paul Scholes, is you rarely heard anything about contract negotiations. They just wanted to play for United, for the badge, full stop. The late noughties saw even more success for United, with a side boasting the likes of Rooney, Ronaldo, Scholes and Ferdinand. The boys went on a trophy-winning rampage, taking 3 back-to-back titles from 2006-07 to 2008-09, including a Champions League double in 2007-08. That season also saw Giggs hit a variety of landmarks, including equalling Sir Bobby Charlton's record of 758 appearances for United. In the following seasons, Giggs won another title and then became the oldest Champions League scorer with a semi-final strike against Schalke. He also recorded his 900th game for United, having played with more than 140 teammates in that time. In 2012-13, it was Giggs' last season under Sir Alex, and it was another glorious one as the Welshman picked up his record 13th and final league title. David Moyes took over from Fergie the following season and Giggs was appointed as player coach, but it still didn't stop him recording his 1000th competitive appearance for club and country. After the Moyes regime foundered, Giggs even took the helm as interim manager. Giggs, now the record holder for Champions League appearances, retired at the age of 40. The only other side Giggs represented in UEFA and FIFA matches was of course his national side, Wales. Unfortunately, Wales, as perennial underachievers, never made it to a major finals, so despite Giggs' glittering club career, the world would never see him play on the biggest international stage, just like George Best before him. However, Giggs is now manager of Wales and has already guided his side to a major tournament this summer, Euro 2020 or 21, take your pick. Ryan Giggs is the most decorated United and English club player of all time, and by some distance. As you can see, his trophy haul includes 13 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions Leagues, 4 FA Cups and 4 League Cups. Individually, as previously mentioned, he was PFA Player of the Year and twice won the Young Player equivalent. If there ever was anyone who deserved to be called a legend, modern or otherwise, it would be Ryan Giggs. So what does the Welsh Wizard mean to you? Let me know in the comments below and do me the honour of pressing like, share and subscribe. Thank you for your support.